Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Work Talk. I am Sarah.
And I'm Ryan. We are happy you are here.
This podcast is for people who want to improve their English for work or business and feel more confident in everyday conversations.
Yes, here we practice real English for real work situations, and we keep the language clear and easy to understand. No long grammar lessons, just natural conversations you can use in any job.
Today, we are talking about something very important for your career. It is not about skills or software. It is about your body. We are discussing how to have more energy at work.
That is a great topic. Sometimes we think we are lazy, but actually we're just tired or hungry.
Exactly. But before we talk about that, Ryan, you look a little quiet today. Is everything okay?
Oh, Sarah, you noticed. Well, I'm trying something new. I decided to stop drinking coffee for 1 week.
Wow, no coffee? That is brave. How is it going?
It's terrible. Honestly, it's really hard. This morning, I stared at my computer screen for 10 minutes and didn't type a single word. My brain felt like it was in a fog.
Oh no, poor Ryan. That sounds difficult. I tried to quit caffeine once. I lasted about 4 hours. Then I ran to the kitchen to make a cup of tea.
I understand why. I feel a little slow today. But I read that after a few days, my natural energy will come back. I just have to wait.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you survive the week. But your situation is actually perfect for our topic today. When your body isn't happy, your work suffers.
It is true. I don't feel motivated to answer emails right now. I just want to take a nap.
See, that's the connection. So let's explore how sleep, food, and moving our bodies changes how we work.
Listen carefully to the dialogue. We put 4 advanced phrases in the conversation. These are B2 level phrases. They will help you sound more fluent.
Let's get into the discussion. So, Ryan, let's start with sleep. We all know we should sleep 8 hours, but how quickly does a lack of sleep affect your motivation? Is it immediate?
For me, it is immediate. If I sleep only 5 hours, the next day is a disaster. I can do simple things like deleting emails, but if I need to be creative or solve a hard problem, forget it.
I agree. It affects your mood, too. When I am tired, I don't want to talk to colleagues. I just want to hide at my desk. That's bad for motivation because work is often social.
That is a good point. Also, when you're tired, you make mistakes. Then you have to fix the mistakes, which makes you frustrated. It's a bad cycle.
So sleep is number 1. What about food? A lot of people eat at their desks while they work.
Yes, al desco dining. I do that too often. The problem is what we eat. There's a myth that sugar gives you energy, like, I'm tired, I will eat this donut.
Oh, the sugar rush. It feels good for about 20 minutes. You feel awake and happy, but then what happens?
Then you crash. You feel heavier and more tired than before. If you want steady motivation all day, you have to cut down on sugary snacks and heavy lunches.
Heavy lunches are dangerous. If I eat a big bowl of pasta at 1 p.m., I cannot work at 2 p.m. I just want to sleep.
Me too. Light food is better. Salads, nuts, fruit. It sounds boring, but it keeps your brain awake. Also, drinking water is huge. Sometimes you think you are hungry, but you're just thirsty.
That's true. Dehydration gives you a headache, and nobody is motivated when they have a headache. But changing these habits is hard. Offices often have birthday cakes or free cookies.
It takes discipline. You have to decide to stick to your healthy plan even when there's pizza in the break room.
Let's talk about exercise. This is the hardest one for me. After a long day at work, I am tired. The last thing I want to do is go to the gym.
I think that's a common problem. We think exercise drains our energy, but actually it creates energy. You just have to start.
But what is realistic? Most people work from 9 to 5. They commute, they have families. They can't spend 2 hours at the gym every day.
You don't need 2 hours. Even small changes help. For example, taking a walk at lunch or standing up every hour to stretch.
I like the idea of walking. Sometimes, if I'm stuck on a problem, I walk around the block. When I come back, I have the answer.
Exactly. Movement wakes up your brain. If you sit in a chair for 8 hours without moving, your body slows down. And if you ignore your health for years, it gets serious. You might burn out completely.
That's a scary thought. Burnout is a real issue. It's not just being tired, it's being unable to work anymore. So eating well and sleeping aren't just hobbies, they're part of your job performance.
Yes, it's an investment. You spend time sleeping and exercising now so you can keep working well for years. In the long run, you will be more successful than the person who works 20 hours a day and eats only fast food.
I think companies are starting to realize this. My friend's office offers free gym memberships now.
That's smart. Healthy employees are happy employees, and happy employees do better work.
Maybe we should try a walking meeting for our next podcast planning session.
I like that idea. But no coffee for me, remember, so I might walk very slowly.
We'll walk at your speed, don't worry.
That was a great discussion, but now it is time to look at the language we used. We promised you 4 advanced phrases to help you sound more professional.
Yes, let's review them. These are really common in American offices, so if you learn them, you will understand your colleagues better.
The first phrase we used was cut down on.
To cut down on something means to reduce the amount of something. You do not stop doing it completely, but you do it less than before.
Exactly. It's about decreasing a quantity. In our main chat, we talked about sugar, but you can use this for almost anything at work. For example, business costs.
Right. If a company is spending too much money, a manager might say, we need to cut down on travel expenses this quarter.
Or think about time management. If you spend 2 hours a day on emails, you might say, I need to cut down on the time I spend reading emails so I can focus on my project.
That is a good goal. So cut down on means to reduce. What is the next one?
The next phrase was stick to.
This is a very useful phrasal verb. To stick to something means to continue doing what you planned. You do not change the plan and you do not quit.
It suggests that staying with the plan might be difficult, but you do it anyway. Like glue, you stay attached to your plan.
In a business meeting, this is very important. Imagine you have an agenda, but people start talking about their weekend or other random topics.
Oh, I hate that.
Me too. So the manager creates a rule. She might say, we have a lot to cover today, so let's please stick to the agenda.
That is a perfect example. It means let's not talk about other things. You can also use it for budgets. We must stick to the budget, meaning we cannot spend more money than we planned.
Okay, phrase number 3 is a bit more serious. It was burn out.
To burn out means to become extremely tired, sick, or emotionally exhausted because you have worked too hard for too long.
It's not just being tired after one day, it's a long-term problem where you feel like you have no energy left, like a candle that has no more wax.
We use this as a verb, to burn out, but you also hear it as a noun, burnout. In a work context, you might worry about a colleague who is working weekends every single week.
You could tell their boss, if John keeps working 14 hours a day, he's going to burn out.
It's a warning. It means he will eventually crash and be unable to work. It's important to recognize the signs before it happens.
Definitely. And our final phrase connects well with preventing burnout. The phrase is in the long run.
In the long run means over a long period of time or far into the future. It's about looking at the big picture, not just today or tomorrow.
We use this when we make decisions that might be hard now, but will have a good result later.
For example, imagine you have to learn a very difficult new software for your job. It's frustrating today. You hate it.
But if you learn it, you'll get a promotion next year. So you can say, it's hard now, but in the long run, it will be good for my career.
Exactly. It helps you focus on future benefits. So let's recap all 4 quickly.
First, cut down on. This means to reduce or use less of something.
Second, stick to. This means to follow a plan strictly and not quit.
Third, burn out. This means to become exhausted from overworking.
And fourth, in the long run. This means looking at the result far in the future.
I think sticking to these phrases will help you in the long run.
I see what you did there. Very nice. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I hope you are feeling a little more motivated to take care of yourself even on busy workdays.
And I hope you have some new vocabulary to use at the office. Remember, you don't have to change everything at once. Maybe just try to get to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight.
Small steps are the best way to start. Speaking of small steps, Ryan, how are you feeling? Do you think you can survive the rest of the day without coffee?
I think so. The podcast gave me some energy, but ask me again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow might be harder.
You can do it. We are all supporting you.
Thanks, Sarah. And thanks to everyone listening. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're continuing our theme of motivation, but we're looking at technology.
Yes, we are discussing using tech without losing motivation. We'll talk about apps, distractions, and how to set boundaries with your digital devices.
It's a really relevant topic for anyone who stares at a screen all day.
So we'll see you then. Have a productive and healthy day, everyone.
Bye.